What's going on, traders? Today I'm going to talk to you about why it's so hard for new traders, new day traders, and investors to why they have such a hard time trading the markets when they first get started. Sure, you may not know every little trick and tip in the book. We know that. We all know that. When you first start, you don't know all the patterns. You don't know how to read the candlesticks the best. May not know exactly where support or resistance lies. And all those terms, if you don't even know what I'm talking about now, those are just terms that you'll learn as your trading career develops further. But the most important thing new traders need to understand, why it's so hard to be good at trading, and why it's so hard to know when to buy the stocks, know when to short the stocks, know when to play which stock, what day, and this and that. It's simply because you don't have any experience. Okay, don't beat yourself up when it's hard. You simply just don't have experience. That's the number one thing that is going to push all traders to the next level is experience. Okay, and how am I going to prove that to you? I'm going to prove that to you today in this video, why experience, some could argue, isn't the most important thing. Okay, and maybe it isn't, but it is a very, very important step in your whole trading career. Your experience, that's one of the biggest things. You need to have a lot of experience in trading to understand the markets and what's most likely going to happen next. And today, I'm going to show you 4 stocks to prove to you and new traders and everyone out there that experience plays a really big factor in the outcome of a trader's day, essentially. Okay? So we're going to go through these 4 stocks, and I'm going to show you how they both have had, all 4 of them have had the same exact pattern that's very predictable over the past year. Okay? And I'm talking about very, very, very big parabolic stocks. So we're going to look at 4 different parabolic stocks: supernovas, mega runners, huge gainers. Okay? These couple stocks we're going to go over, some of you may know: DCIX, KBSF, CHFS, and ZSAN. There may be some others in there, but those have been some really, really recent ones that have made a lot of buzz and a lot of hype. Okay, so we're going to cover these stocks. If you're not familiar with them, that's okay. That just goes to show you haven't been trading that long, and this is going to help you. This video will help you understand the market a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to look at these 4 stocks, and we're going to go over them. And lastly, these stocks that we talk about, these supernovas, these are the ones that day traders live to see. These are the ones you're going to hear about, in a lot of chat rooms. You'll see them on YouTube videos. You'll see them on social media alerts. You'll see them in alert boxes and email lists. Okay, these are the big, big runners that everyone talks about and that you see a lot of people make significant amounts of money. So I'm here to kind of show you those stocks and kind of how they operate and work. Okay, so the first one we're looking at is ZSAN. This stock alone, in the past week or so, went from about $5 all the way to a high of $25. That's huge. It moved $20 in a week, and it was a penny stock. Okay, penny stocks, whenever they squeeze and they go really big and they become supernovas, they get put on short sellers' watch lists. A lot of short sellers are like, whoa, this thing's really, really big. It just went really crazy. It's going to come down, and I'm going to try and find the day to short it, essentially. Okay, that's what they do. So let's talk about the very, 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 very common pattern you will see all the time with these really, really big penny stocks that squeeze and how you can capitalize on them. Okay, it's very simple. It's a perfect, what we're looking for is a double top pattern. Okay, a bearish pattern, essentially. And it's very common that you'll see these on a lot of these big runners. So looking at ZSAN, this thing went from $5 to $25, right? And we'll zoom in here. So $5 to $25. It crashes, bases out, then it comes back up in this direction, back in the upwards direction, attempting to break through the previous big day's high of 25. When it fails to do so, short sellers start piling in for it to tank. Okay, and look exactly what happens. It absolutely tanks. It went from a high of about 25 all the way to a low of 15 before the end of the day. That's a really, really big move. Okay, now let's look at another stock. So we'll go over to KBSF. Okay, so let's watch KBSF here, or go over to that day I'm talking about. Alrighty, here we are. All right, huge day. Let me get these old drawings off of here. So, right, KBSF. This stock went from $2 to a high of $15 in one day. It crashes before the end of the day because everyone starts selling and short sellers pile in, push that price down. It squeezes back up the next day, attempting to break through the previous day's high, and once it fails, we have a perfect double top. Short sellers will then pile in here, and they will drive that price lower, and it will crash majority of the time for the whole day. All right, let's go to this one, CHFS. And we're going to have to scroll all the way back. All right, here we go. Ooh, go over here. Here we are once again. Let me get these old drawings off of here. All right, CHFS. It goes from a low of probably $4 or $5 here to a high of $25 in one day. What happens? It crashes, comes back up pre-market to test, and right into the next trading day to test the previous day's high. It fails. We have a double top. People pile in short and drive that price all the way down. Let's go back to another one, DCIX. All right, let's take a look at this one here. Where did it happen? Where did it happen? Come on, come on. Here we are. Ooh. So let me get these old drawings off of here and we'll rinse and repeat, right? So this one was a couple day runner. It started here, went all the way from $1.56 to a high of $28. It crashed this day, reattempted to break out of the previous day's high and completely crashed and burned, okay? All right, so you have the crash before the end of the day, the move back up, retesting that previous day's high. Once it fails that breakout, short sellers know that this is our day. We hop in and we short this thing all the way down. So why did I really show you this video and why did I make this? Well, I just gave you 4 different examples of penny stocks that have went into big squeezes, big mega runners, and they all end up going up, double topping or so, and crashing right back down. This is a very common pattern you will see. These are very predictable plays because they just do this. This is exactly the way penny stocks work, okay? There's really not much science to it other than these stocks get overhyped, they get a little bit manipulated, short sellers pile in trying to short them down, then they squeeze higher, they keep squeezing, going up and up and up and up and up and up till they find a top, they crash, they reattempt that top, crash again, okay? So I just showed you 4 different stocks over the course of the last year that have done this exact same move. So for a new trader coming into the market, seeing a stock like this, they may think, they're like, oh my gosh, this stock is crazy. I'm really new. I'm starting to make a little bit of money. This thing's going to keep going forever. It's never going to stop going. This person never, this new investor, new trader, whomever it may be, has never learned a double top pattern, so they don't even know what to look for in a double top pattern. And they could have bought the high of this candle and instantly been crushed. Okay, could have instantly been crushed. A new trader wouldn't know that this stock going this high in one day is a parabolic move, which is very susceptible to crashing at some point in the day extremely hard. They buy up here and then they get crushed and they become a bag holder, right? There's a lot of different things that just come down to experience. Okay, so for newer traders that aren't experienced, you guys would have no clue that any of these 4 plays that took, any of these 4 stocks that have, done this over the past year, you have no clue how they move and how they react to different price points and the resistances and how they should end up being traded. So you guys would essentially lose out on that. And you could be really crushed by trading some of these stocks because they're going, and getting shot all around these different chat rooms, and you're hearing about them. So then you start trading them, but you don't really know how volatile they can be. You don't know the way that they're really going to be traded, right? So this just goes to show that experience plays a really big role in the market. And not to mention, I just showed you exactly, if you were paying attention, I just showed you exactly how to watch and short these parabolic movers for massive amounts of money, basically. And that's all free, which is really cool. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.